Alright, so in this video we are learning how to convert fractions into decimals. And if you read the top of the screen, it says you can convert any fraction to a decimal by dividing the numerator divided by the denominator. So here's a couple examples real quick. So we have hold on. Alright, get rid of that. So we have 3/5, and we want to convert it to a decimal. So 3 divided by 5, numerator divided by denominator. So the 3 goes in the little house, 5 goes outside. And remember, we're in 6th grade and we have to use that standard basic algorithm and no more using the partial quotients. Alright, so 5 can't go into the 3, right? So this is a whole number. So we have to put in the decimal that's behind there, because every whole number has a decimal behind it. We just don't use it because that tells us where to put the decimal in the answer. So 5 can't go into the 3, but it can go into 30 6 times. So then 30 minus 30 is 0. And since we have a 0 remainder, that means we're done. This is a terminating decimal. So the answer is 6/10, or 0.6. And then here's another example. So we have 2/9, and we want to convert it into a decimal. So we have 2 divided by 9, numerator divided by denominator. So 9, of course, can't go into 2. It's too small. So there's a decimal there, so we're going to add a 0. And then we're going to add our decimal up there, so it can't go into 2. But it can go into 20 twice, which gives you 18. Now something crazy happens here. When we do our subtraction, we get another 2. And if we add another 0 and bring it down, then we get 20 all over again. And then we go in 2. And then we get 18. And then we get 2. So we're stuck in this loop. And so that means that it's 0.2 repeating. So it's going to go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 forever and ever. So this one we actually would write as a 0 point, and we put a 2, and we put a bar over the top of it, because this is what's called a repeating decimal. Alright, so then let's look at another example. We'll look at one more. Hold on, I have to get rid of my... Okay, so if we go to the next slide here, so we have 2/9. Okay, so, oh, this is the one we just did. Hold on. Okay, so if we go to the next one, we have 5/8 now. So if we look at 5/8, okay, that'd be 5 divided by 8. So 5 is on the inside, numerator divided by denominator. And so if we go and we look at this, 8 can't go into 5, obviously, right? So we put a 0 there, put a decimal. Can't go into 5, but it can go into 50 6 times for 48. And then we subtract, and we get 2. Add another 0 and bring it down. So how many times can 8 go into 20? Well, that's twice for 16. And then we get a 4, and then we add a 0 and have to bring it down. So now 8 can go into 40 5 times. And then 40 minus 40 is 0, so we finally got a 0 remainder, so that means we're done. So that means this is a terminating decimal, so it goes in, so 5/8 as a decimal is 0.625, or 625 thousandths. Okay, so the trick here to change a fraction into a decimal, that is dividing numerator divided by denominator. Okay.